I am your host, Georgia Girl. Today is Wellness Wednesday, and I just want to do some awareness for Alzheimer and brain disease. This is a new month. Every month, I bring awareness to my platform. That's how I do to help share awareness for people that are dealing with different things out in the world. My channel is Wellness, Entertainment, Family. I'm a lifestyle blogger. I do a little bit all. And so I use my platform to be voices for the ones that are not able to talk about their situations. So I share information um, about certain conditions and awareness that is going on out in the world. And it is for educational, entertainment purposes only. And June has two awareness I want to talk about this month. First, I'm going to talk about I'm gonna do a series on Alzheimer and brain disease, and then I'll talk about men's health. Men's health is also in the month of June. So if you're coming into my chat today, I am on YouTube Live. I can't type in the chat, but I can see your comment. Hello, hey, Butt Files. Today I'm talking about Alzheimer's awareness and brain disease. June is uh, the awareness month for that. Last year I walked it for, I did a walk. I think I walked all month for Alzheimer's disease. This year I'm just going to share information for educational entertainment purposes only. And I also have these shirts in my merch shop if you want to check those out. The color for Alzheimer's is purple. So if you want to put up a purple heart or anything purple that is on your phone, that will represent people that deal with Alzheimer's. Hey, child, good to see you. Um, yes, it's good to see you. There are millions of people that deal with Alzheimer's and brain disease. You're not alone out there. My mom does have. Thank you. I've been on vacation, girl. I've been out there in the sun. I probably look a little dark, but I had me a good time though. My mom does still have the early stages of dementia, and it's not easy living with people with that type of disease. But we have to still learn to cope and help them out the best way they can. It starts, with the elder that are early, later age in their life. They start called sundowning, and they start having dementia. Both of my parents, I think my dad is dealing with it a little bit, but he haven't been diagnosed. But my mom have been diagnosed with early stages of dementia. And today I'm just gonna talk, and I'm gonna do like another part. Yeah, I'm gonna do like at least 3 or 4 parts to this. I'll probably be on StreamYard next week. I was waiting to get everything like set up with my computer. Yes. If you got some purple hearts, put some purple hearts. That does represent Alzheimer disease and brain disease. This day was observed in 1983. They brought it to Congress or whatever. They brought it where they can observe this day or this month for Alzheimer's disease. So I'll be wearing purple every time I do a live stream concerning Alzheimer's, because that color does represent Alzheimer's disease and brain disorder. So is anybody in the chat, family, do you have any family members that's dealing with Alzheimer's? And this shirt, this is the shirt I made last year. It says, "Live to fight another day, Alzheimer awareness." I does have these shirts in my merch shop, so you can check those out. So if anybody in the chat is got family members that have dealt with Alzheimer's or dealing with Alzheimer's, I would love to see your comments in the chat to see how is it living with a person that dealing with dementia or Alzheimer's, because it's not nothing fun. It's not curable. It's a disease. It affects your brain. It affects your memories. And my mom does experience that. She does experience that because she talks about things. Sometimes I have to talk to her. We want our parents. You want them to be like they normal self, but you want to make sure they won't do anything to hurt themselves also. So my mom, she's bedridden, so she can't get out the bed to go hurt herself. There have been patients, and I have heard there have been Alzheimer's patients that walk away, that leave their homes. When they get like that, you does be worried about them. Um, I have had someone come on and said their moms and dads used to try to turn the stove on, stuff like that. You have to keep watching them, because they still think they can do the things they used to do. And my mom, she just talk about things that happened in her younger days, and she get confused about what's going on today and what happened in the years ago. Sometimes we try to correct her, but my brothers, they seem like they don't really quite understand what she's dealing with. But I'm more equipped because I try to read more about it. I try to educate myself more about the disease. It's bother your memory. You forget a lot. I just dropped down a few things I just want to read, and it is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And if you're coming into my chat, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I'm in the stages of building my hours, so if you're able to share me out, share me out. If you want to support my channel, I doesn't have a super chat right now, but I does have my cash out, and it is $ 1969 just for me. But it's all up to you. But today I'm sharing information. Next week, hopefully I can get some people on the panel because I got to get everything set back up with this computer. And I'm just using YouTube Live right now so I get everything back situated. But like I said, this Alzheimer was observed. They started observing this in 1983. Okay, how you doing? I'm just talking about Alzheimer's disease and brain disorders. Do anybody in the chat know anybody that's having dementia or got that disease, Alzheimer's disease? How do you cope? How do you live with someone that deal with that? So that's what I'll be talking about today. But Alzheimer's disease is a progressive disease that destroys the memory and other important mental functions. It's the brain cell connectors and the cells. I'm trying to read this. It's dealing with your brain. Alzheimer's is like when you be confused, you lose memory. Like my mom, she talk about, I let her talk, but then if I feel like she's talking about something that, I tried to correct her, but the doctor already told us the early signs, and she talk about the old days. Sometimes she might talk about people that done passed. She still think they still here with her. They did. Wow. Oh my God. Oh wow. Like my mom, she talk about like people that done passed, like a sister, a brother, and I try to tell her like, Mom, they no longer with you, but she still have her way. She still talk like she still see them, and I try to say, no, Mama, they gone. Wow, your mom and dad. Oh, I bet that was something serious. Like I said, a lot of people that deal with Alzheimer, they have to keep a watch on them, especially if they're active. If they're active and walking around, because I can remember it was this man who went missing, and he had Alzheimer, and they had to go search for him. He went missing for a few days, but thank God that he was alive. You see, when they be like that, when they get to wandering off, that be real, real dangerous. You got to be real dangerous. Like my mom, even though my mom is bedbound, but she is able to move her hands and arms, and so we don't try to leave nothing around her that we think that might hurt her. Like sometimes you have a pair of scissors or something like that. You don't want to leave no weapons, no knives, nothing like that around people that are dealing with stuff like that, because my mom used to sew. She did used to sew when she was up younger, she loved it to sew. But now we don't let her deal with no needles, no scissors, no none of that stuff right now. So, cause we don't want her to hurt herself. So, if you're out there dealing with Alzheimer or the dementia, just know you're not alone because there's millions of people out here in the world that are dealing with it, and they are learning to cope. And family members have to learn how to cope with their family that deal with Alzheimer. If you coming in, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Uh, in order to get diagnosed for Alzheimer, it does take medical. You have to go get it died. When you get diagnosed with Alzheimer, you have to go to the doctor. Just because you lose your memory or think you lost your memory, still go see what's going on. If you forget a lot of things, like sometimes now, I be forgetting stuff. I'm 55 years old, and there have been times, and I don't know if anybody in my chat in my age group, but as you get older, you start to forget. You start to forget. Things start to change for you mentally. So it's a lot of time I be forgetting about stuff. My kid be like, "Mama, you just said that," or stuff like that. Because it lets you know how your body is going through changes. But and when we found out my mom had dementia, we had to go get a what they call it? We had to go get a CT on her head. And cause my mom also had fell a couple years ago, and she hit her head. That was when she was up walking. She slipped down in the tub, and they had to go in and do something to her brain. And my mom, I thank God daily that she's still here with me, because what she went through, she could have bled to death because she had fell, and my brother them heard her. We got her to the hospital in time. Just put it like that. We did get her in the hospital in time. And it seemed like after she had that brain injury there, it seemed like my mom have not been the same. But she started acting different. She started talking about things, and she'll say, "Did you see that? Did you see that up there?" I'm looking, right. She'll like say, "Did you see that up there on that wall?" And I'm like, "Mom, what are you talking about?" It's just like she be seeing stuff like in her past days, and but the doctor told us those are some of the things that you go through when you deal with dementia or deal with Alzheimer's. You forget, you get confused. I'm sorry to hear about that amazing Zaza by both of your parents. And I'm sure that took a toll on you to see your parents go through that. We don't never want to see our parents, ourselves, or our children go through things that we can't help them with. So I was just going to read something for educational entertainment purposes only. Let's see what I got here. And treatments is not a cure, but there are treatments you can take. Like they gave my mom some medicine, to keep her calm, because sometimes she'll get, sometimes she get loud, she get to cry, she cry, holler, she get restless. In other words, she be restless. So they gave her some medicine to help rest her. So there are treatments, but there is no cure. And it does require. That's it. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. If you're new to me, I welcome you. I am your host. Today, I'm sharing information about Alzheimer and brain awareness for June. June is Brain Awareness, Alzheimer Awareness Month. If you're new and if you want your link dropped, just type the word troopers. The symptoms are required by medical diagnosis, memory loss, and confusion. Okay? Cause I noticed my mom, she does be confused a lot. My daughter was the first one that had told me that my mom it was called sundowning. Hey Terry, good to see you. I was just talking about sharing some information about Alzheimer awareness and brain awareness. Hey TNT, how you doing? Everything going good? Okay, well, that's great. I'm glad that you're healing. I've been on vacation, but I'm back. I'm just talking about Alzheimer awareness and brain awareness. And I was just sharing that my mom's still dealing with the early stages. It haven't gotten any worse and it haven't gotten any better. She's 84, so they already told us she's in the early stages. And according to the Alzheimer's Association, the brain changes that cause Alzheimer's are thought to begin 20 years or more before symptoms start, which suggests that there may be substantial window of time in which we can intervene in the progression of the disease. It's not a cure for it, and it's this been going on for years. Like I said, I forget a lot. How many of y'all in the chat forget? And sometimes you get confused. I do. Cause my kid be talking about, Mama, I'm 55, and I know there are some times I can be there. I'm like, I just did that then, or I might say, I done forgot did. I thought I did that yesterday. How many of y'all in the chat be like that? Thought you been did something one day, then find out you ain't do it. Be careful with the emojis, the capital letters. Y'all be careful. I'm getting better each day. I'm just waiting on my ice machine. So you was able to get one? I know I'm good about saying like I'm gonna go back and do this. As you get older, your memory start to go. Your memory does start to go as you get older. And probably some young people probably go through it too, but it start early. You can start getting those symptoms at an early age. Like past your 40s, 50s, you start getting those signs. Um, so there's the experts believe there isn't a single cause of Alzheimer's. They don't know what caused. They don't know what caused Alzheimer's disease or brain disorder. They don't know what caused it. Um, Experts believe there isn't a single cause of Alzheimer's. It's likely the disease developed as a result of multiple factors such as genetic, lifestyle, and environment. So there's no real reason why people get it. I know I used to work in a nursing home years ago, and they had a lot of patients in there that did have Alzheimer. There was a lot of patients in there, and they wasn't that old. They was up in age, but when they start wanting to hurt themselves or do things like out of the ordinary, where people have to watch them, that's when I guess it be so severe where they have to put people in the nursing homes or whatever. My mom is at home. We're taking care of her the best way we can. It get hard, but we try to just make her comfortable because that's what the doctors say. Just make them comfortable. That's all you can do. Uh, okay, Terry. You don't have to put that in there, but yeah, it's cool. Yes. Okay. They know if they don't see me, they know something going on. I just got back on vacation. But I'm glad that you're doing well, TNT. Okay. Thank you for that. I know Zaza said her mom and dad both died from Alzheimer's, and I'm sure that took a toll. It took a toll on her mentally to see both of her parents go through that. Maybe when I get on StreamYard, I'm not on StreamYard, and she want to come up and share, because I'll be doing the series for the rest of this month. I'm just on YouTube Live now, but because I can't add nobody on the panel. But once I go back to StreamYard, and if she would like to come up and share how was it coping with people living with that, because I know it's a toll. It's a lot. It is a lot. Like I said, you hate to see your parents struggle. You hate to see anybody struggle trying to um, think about things or talk about things that, that like, wow, this was years ago, but she still got it on mind. Because I constantly keep have to tell my mom that her sister's no longer with her because she be saying, she didn't call me today. She called me every day. And I'm like, Mom, I keep having to keep telling her, Mom, she no longer with us. But in her mind, she's still thinking that her sister's still here. She acting funny today. I wonder why she didn't call me. She say stuff out of the ordinary like that. And I try to ensure her, like, and the doctor said that just is part of her memory. She done lost part of her memory because of the disease. So, but what else I had to say? See, it was something else. TNT said something about her grandmother. Well, I believe I'm catching a cold too, y'all. I was out there in that water a little bit. You said your grandmother had it? Wow. I know it was hard seeing your grandmother like that. These are some of the symptoms right here. Memory loss that disrupts daily life, challenges in planning or solving problems, difficulty in completing familiar tasks, confusion with time or place. Those are some of the symptoms of Alzheimer and having brain disorders. You lose your memory. Um, it gets challenging when you try to do things. Like for instance, you might have seen your parents, like my mom. Like I said, when my mom used to like to sew, my mama used to make a quilt, y'all. I mean, she used to make quilts out of anything. That was one of her hobbies. But now she can't do it. I mean, she could sew, and then she did it with her hands, y'all. She didn't have a sewing machine. My mom was sewing with just like, and I never could get it like she did. I used to try to sew right, but like I just couldn't get it like how she had it. But she would sew like pillowcases um and I always used to tell her, Mom, you need to get you a sewing machine. But she would always just sew with her, the needle and thread. And I'd be like, how you see that little bit of needle? I used to be wondering how she could thread that needle up. But those are some of the things. I'm still drinking on my water too, y'all. Those are some of the things that my mom used to do, but now she can't do it. I mean, she used to take, hey, Tamika, I'm talking about Alzheimer's awareness and brain disorder awareness. And I was just sharing some things about my mom, about the things that she used to do and that are challenging for her now. People with Alzheimer's disease, they can't do the tasks and things they used to do. I mean, my mom used to sew a pillowcase and a quilt. You know how you be like throwing away old towels or clothes or something like that? My mom used to cut those pieces out and make beautiful quilts. Those are some of the things she used to do, but now since she's dealing with health issues, she can't do it because I wouldn't want her to put no needle or anything in her hand when I know that she's not well. You see what I'm saying? So if you go know somebody that's dealing with Alzheimer or have a brain disorder, try to do things to make them comfortable. Do some of the things that they are able to do now. They still be stuck in the past. They still talk about things that when they was growing up or things like that. But I try to bring my mom back to reality. But that is the way the disease have her. So anybody dealing with Alzheimer's, dealing with a person that dealing with it, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to deal with, but you have to learn to cope. You have to just make them comfortable as possible. And like I said, I just read some of the symptoms I just read some of the symptoms if you were to have, if you're dealing with memory loss that disrupts the daily life, challenging in planning or solving problems, difficult in completing familiar things, confusion with time and place. Like I said, I know I don't have Alzheimer, but I do be forgetting stuff. But if you feel like you're forgetting a lot of things and you feel like you're confused a lot, go get yourself checked out. It's best to be knowing what's going on with you and not knowing. That's what they say, early detection does save lives. So if you go get your checkup, I know normally they give you CAT scans. They do MRIs to check your brain to make sure everything works. Because that's how they did my mom. That's how they found out she's in the early stages. They did a CAT scan and it showed her brain, and they told us the test results and said, as it will continue to progress. It start out small. It start out small, but it does grow and it get worse and worse. Um, People does die from it. They does die from Alzheimer's because it gets so severe and it get real bad. So if you out there dealing with it or someone in your family is dealing with it, educate yourself about it, learn more about it, then you can know how to help your loved ones. Let them know that they are loved. This is something they're dealing with. This is something that can't be cured, but it can be treatable. It can be treatable. And that's what I want to bring to y'all today. And I was trying to see that anybody in the chat know anybody that dealt with Alzheimer, and how was it? How is it living with someone, seeing your loved one be confused all the time, and you try your best to guide and keep guiding them the right way because you want to make sure they don't hurt themselves. You know, my mom, she liked to watch television. One of her favorite things she do. She loved us. I just went over there and I just seen my mom probably a few minutes ago before I started the live. I want to make sure she's okay. The main thing is making sure they are comfortable. But when that Alzheimer and dementia get where you can't handle it, you have to get medical attention. Get people to help you out that is still that more professional about handling these type of things. Cause I know my mom first experienced, I was lost. I'm like, wonder why she doing all this. Wonder why she talking like that. And that's when they gave her the test and they explained to us that this is part of what she'll be going through. Cause she is 84 years old. And you get older, you start forgetting a lot. You start getting like that. But it's a reason that you get like that. It's a disease what caused you to forget a lot. But you have trouble understanding. You get confused. You might want to, like, for instance, you might say, I want to do this puzzle today. I want to work on this puzzle today, right? You know how those puzzles, you might say, I'm going to let her work on a puzzle today. And then tomorrow she might say, well, I already did the puzzle, but you haven't finished it. It just be like, it mess with your motor function, whether like if you can decide whether you want to do something or whether you don't want to do something. So, and whatever I'm saying today, y'all, it is for educational, entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor, a nurse, or a teacher. I am a YouTube creator that I do awareness on my channel. And I choose my platform to be voices for ones that cannot speak. Over here, I talk about the mind, body, and soul. I do entertainment. I entertain with my family. I'm all about trying to help others and lift others, try to lift them up in a positive way. Over here, I'm not to tear down. I'm over here to uplift. So I will be sharing some more information about Alzheimer. I'm going to probably do a short after this. Just putting out some more information about what I talked about today. Maybe next week I will be doing like I'm gonna be on StreamYard. I probably do the panel. This week I'm not doing no panel this week. I'm waiting on some things for my computer. So that's why I came on YouTube Live just to just talk about what I'll be doing this month. I'll be talking about Alzheimer awareness. I'm also gonna be talking about men health, cause June is Men Health Month too. And I'm not here to pick on no men. I'm not here to say what men should do, but our guys, take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself just like the women's do. I go to the doctor a lot. I got an appointment, matter of fact, I think it's on the 19th. My husband used to like to go to the doctor either, y'all. But when he started having cholesterol problems, blood pressure problems, and start being on that medicine, he started going and get his checkups. And try to get your physicals, get your checkups. Like they said, early detections does save lives. I can remember when I first got found out about my cancer. I went on to the doctor when they told me to go. I didn't wait. It's not good to wait on anything. It's not good to wait till something happens. If you're feeling a certain way, get your checkups. And that's what I talk about on my channel. I talk about early detection, save lives. I do tips and share information that I think will help me along with others. It's for educational entertainment purposes only. So for us, the Alzheimer's disease, it is concerning your memory. It messes with you. It talk about the way you have to function. You be confused, and I be like, and I'm on thyroid medicine, right? And part of my symptoms are brain fog. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget stuff. Sometimes I can say, my children remind me all the time, Mom, you just did. They're like, Mom, you just said that, or you just did that. And that's part of your life. You're going to go through those things. You're going to have brain fog. You're going to get confused. But when it gets so bad, get medical attention. Get medical attention. Because if I don't take my thyroid medicine, it seems like everything about my body, I be off mentally, physically. And it's just like that pill, my thyroid was to help keep me balanced, you know, from my head to my toes. And if I don't take my medicine, I be all off whack. I be restless. So I have to make sure I take that. I just got a refill the other day. No, it's no cure for Alzheimer's diseases, but there are treatments. There are treatments out there you can do to help. Like my mom, she take medicine. She does take medicine to keep her calm. The medicine does keep her calm. Like when she be restless at night, she have a little pill to take, and it just help her rest. It help her rest because sometimes my brother be calling me. They be like, Mom talked all last night. And I said, what she was talking about? So she be talking. She was talking about her past, her childhood, or things that she think is still in reality, but it's really not. But that's just what she's dealing with. And I be telling my brother, you can't. My brothers do not know how to deal with it. They'll call me right if I'm not there. I said, you can't call the ambulance every time she get to talking about this and that. If she's not in no pain, if she's not hurting herself, that's what we have to look at. But for her talking, that the doctor already told us. And she started doing her talking in the evening time. That's what she basically do a lot of it called sundowning. It's like part of dementia and Alzheimer's. It's like she mostly started when it's about time to go to bed. I'm like, I don't know why she do that, but that's part of what she go through. It seems like she'll sleep during the day and want to talk at night about everything. So I be telling my brother, I said, look, y'all either go there and listen to it and, correct her. She saying stuff that really don't make sense. So just try to correct her. But other than that, she's doing great. We're dealing with it. She's don't be in no pain. I thank God for that. Besides the authorizer, she does deal with that like me. She be in pain from that because my mom cannot walk. She's where she can't walk. I thank God that she's here with me. Even my dad has said he believes he going through some of the stages of dementia. Cause he said he's starting to forget. And like I said, at my age, I forget. Anybody in my chat, it doesn't matter how old you are. Sometimes you still just forget about things. A lot of people don't like these type of topics. A lot of people probably think my channel is boring. But for the ones who think what I'm talking about is helpful, is something that you can relate to, or someone in your family can relate to, don't forget to give me those thumbs up. I try not to put out things that I don't think will help myself or my family or others. The one thing I wouldn't do, I would not share something that I think will be harmful to anyone. That's why I do my own research. I read, because the things I read to y'all today, you can look it up yourself, talking about the symptoms of Alzheimer's. And when you get where you forget a lot, please get medical attention. So it's a progressive disease that destroys the memory. That's what Alzheimer's is. It destroys whatever memory you have. It take you back. In other words, it'll take you back in time. When you have Alzheimer's disease, it take you back to your younger days, or it'll take you back to maybe a few months ago. And it mess with your mental health. It really does. Alzheimer's and a brain disease mess with your mental health. And I shared some things about mental health last month. Mental health is very important, y'all. Our health is very important. I talk about it on my channel a lot because it is important. Get your checkups. Get your blood work. Get what you need to make you feel comfortable. I got an appointment coming up. I got to let them check this old knee because I'm still dealing with actually it's both of my knees, but one of them is worse than the other one. And that's what my mom is down with now. Her knees had got real bad and her legs then got contracted. So that's why I have to try to keep them moving because I don't want my legs to draw up. But I can get around, but at times I can feel the pain when I put my feet down. When I was doing those high knees, it wasn't easy, but I forced myself. I said I can do this, and we're gonna start by doing some walking. I'm gonna do a little of that. I do things in moderation. I'm not trying to please nobody. I'm not a YouTube pleaser. I'm not a people pleaser. I do things that I think will help me along with others. And y'all don't forget to check out my online boutique. I have these shirts. This shirt say, "Live to fight another day," because there are people out here, Alzheimer awareness. There are people out here that are fighting. They are fighting hard to get back to their normal ways and get back to being the way they used to be. And when a doctor come tell you about you got this type of disease or what they can do and what they can't do, that mentally will bother you because I've been there. I'm still dealing with things. But one thing I do, I know I'm a fighter. And my mom, she's hanging in there. She have her days, but she's hanging in there. And she love her some cookies. I think that's why I'm like, Mom, you must ate cookies a lot when she was young because I don't care where I'm at. She like, don't forget to bring my cookies. When I left a while ago, I don't try to get her the cookies that are real sweet. Now she loves those vanilla wafers cookies. They're not that sweet, but I try to do some of the things that she like, and that's what we got to do, y'all. When you're dealing with things like certain type of diseases and health issues, only thing we can do is just do the best we can and try to make it. Like the song said, take one day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all we can do. I was trying to see was anybody else in my chat. It's showing I got 6 people, but are y'all watching me from the bushes? If you are, give me that thumbs up. I don't mind you watching from the bushes. If you decide you want to come in the chat, just be positive. But don't be rude. Don't be watching and don't give me a thumbs up now. And if you're coming in, of course, you know who I am. If you want your link drop, type the word Troopers. Nightbox will drop your link. Don't use no capital letters or a lot of emojis because he will knock you out. But other than that, I thank God that my mom and my dad is doing well to be expected. I thank God that I'm doing well to be expected. We have had our challenges. There are things that we're still going through, but we thank God daily that we have came a mighty long way. We often think about the things that we've been through, but we also think about the things about how far God has brought us. You know, like the song said, I can't complain. That I've had many days, ups and down days, but I thank God that I have came a mighty long way. And my mom, my dad, especially my dad, he have came a mighty long way. He got a nice little garden going on. He even made an apple pie, y'all. I mean, that pie looks so good. I told him he got to make a peach pie. And I'm glad that I can see my parents, they doing what they can do. And by me being the daughter of my brothers, we just do what we can to make them comfortable. And that's all we can do, y'all. That's all we can do. Because God always have the last say so. He have the last say so. Them doctors can say what they want. Man can say what they want. But God is the one with the final say so. So I just thank him so much. Thank God daily for his grace and mercy. I didn't do Testimony Tuesday yesterday, but I do thank God daily. We went down that road 4 days ago. We came back home. I know God had I put the armor of God all over me and my family when we was traveling up and down the road. We ran into some bad traffic, but we made it back home. We enjoyed. And shout out to the ones that are doing the scripture of the day challenge. I just seen Miss Patty do hers. I ain't seen Miss Key yet, but whoever doing the scripture of the day, thank y'all for sharing that scripture. We need to add more. I'm gonna speak for me. I can't speak for nobody. It's good to start the day off putting God in your life, because why not thank Him? Why not give Him some grace and mercy, because He was the one who woke you up this morning. And He the one wake you up every morning. But I brought that to y'all about the Alzheimer and brain disorder awareness. So last year I did walk. I walked last year for Alzheimer awareness. This year I'm gonna walk some, but I'm just gonna share the information. This hair just getting everywhere. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna share some information for educational entertainment purposes only. And that's what I decided to do today. Maybe next week I can invite some people on my panel and they can share about some of the things it is to live with people with that. Like I said, I see my mom go through dementia every day. My dad, I think he's starting to get in the early stages too, because he even said, seems like sometimes he forget and he be like, Oh yeah, I already told you that, darling. I'm like, yeah, and that's me. We all forget. Like I said, June is Alzheimer and Brain Awareness Month, and it say encourage everyone to take a charge on brain health. Many of us know someone with Alzheimer's disease or someone other than with a brain condition. Hold on. Most of us know someone with this disease or brain disease. Today, I'm just reading this. Um, Today, there are 7 million Americans living with Alzheimer. The lifetime risk for disease it started at age 45. 1 in 5 for women, 1 in 10 for men says, this is from an article I'm reading from Brooke Gill, the senior program of the Alzheimer Association. There are 7 million people that are dealing with Alzheimer. It's a disease. It's something dealing with your brain. It's something that can't be cured, but it can be treatable. And if you know someone that is dealing with this, keep them encouraged. Keep them encouraged. Let them know, yeah, you're doing okay, and it's okay. It's okay if you forgot uh, such and such things, because it happens. It does happen. See. Hold on, I'll be right back. Be right back. I got a phone call. I'll be right back.